Okay, hi and welcome to Everyone Has One with Tiffany. I have tried to film this video several times, but my dog keeps barking, and this new microphone picks up everything. So I went ahead and stopped the video. So anyway, on today's video, I actually wanted to talk about Lent. So as I may have explained before in another video, I am a counselor, but I also do social emotional learning classes where I go into a school and I do a lesson on social emotional topics, and which can be about integrity, perseverance, kindness, respect, all different kinds of things, relationships. So I teach those types of things. Well, because this year my day to be there fell on Ash Wednesday, I thought I could kind of piggyback off of a lesson that we did on perseverance and integrity and fold Ash Wednesday in. So for those of you who don't know, Ash Wednesday is the start of the Lenten season, which is it's actually 46 days, but Sundays don't count. It's the 40 days leading up to Easter Sunday. Catholics in particular, and I'm sure there's people of other, religions, do ashes on their foreheads, sign of the cross, and they walk around all day that Wednesday, kind of with a visual symbol of them preparing for this Lenten season, which is a time of prayer and fasting, and doing kind things for others, all in preparation for the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So, in that, a week or so before, I had shared with the students the story written by Demi called The Empty Pot. And to give you the shortest version, basically, it's a Chinese story, and this little boy is really great at gardening and doing, always has the most beautiful flowers. The emperor also loves plants. The emperor's getting old. He's trying to find a successor, so he decides to have all the children in the land come, and he gives all the children a seed and says, go home, take care of your seed, and in 1 year's time, come back and show me what you've done. Well, obviously, the children go home and everyone's plants are sprouting up, but Ping, our main character, his plant isn't sprouting. He's very upset. He's very upset, and he is wondering what's happening, but he continues to tend to the pot, and, he does all different, he changes out the soil, he changes the pot, he does all the things. So it comes time for the children to go back and present their pots or their seeds to the emperor, and Ping's really upset. He's wondering what's going to happen. He doesn't want to go to the emperor with this pot of dirt. He talks to his father about it, and his father's like, did you do what you were supposed to do? Did you, care for it? Did you do your best? And he's like, yes, I did. He's like, all right, you can only do your best. You present your best to the emperor. So Ping goes, and all the children are seen, and the emperor is walking around and seeing all these beautiful plants and flowers, and he gets to Ping, and he's like, what is this? And Ping's like, oh, great, I'm in trouble, right? Like, no good for me. And he looks at it, and he's like, well, Ping tells him, like, you gave me this seed, and I did everything, and, it just wouldn't grow. And the emperor, calls out to everyone and says, where you got your seeds, I do not know, for the seeds that I gave you were boiled, and it was impossible for them to grow. And Ping was the only one who didn't grow a seed, because he was the only one who didn't switch his seed for a different seed. So Ping was someone with great integrity and also perseverance, because regardless of, sometimes we persevere and we don't get the outcome that we want, and I share that with my students, and we talk about it a little bit later in the year, but the main point of that story is his integrity, right? Everyone else had a plant, and Ping was the best, botanist or plant person or whatever you want to call in the whole kingdom, and his seed wasn't sprouting, his seed wasn't growing. So, obviously someone decided to switch a seed, and because, it kind of became a ripple effect. And, I explained to my students kind of like what that integrity is. He decided to continue to do the right thing. Even when no one was watching, he still did the right thing. And so we took that story with us into Lent this year. And, I sat with the students and I explained to them, what fasting is. And, this is a religious school, so most of the children know, and they're familiar with it. But, for some of the younger ones or some of the ones who are new to the school or what have you, it was still a good lesson to have. And we talked about it. And then, we got into the part of like, okay, if you do decide that you are going to give something up for Lent, are you going to be that person of integrity and try your hardest to keep that promise that you've made? Not only to God, but to yourself. And, a lot of people, like families, do it together, and it's part of their, their culture, their life. So we discussed it, and I had all the students who were able to write it down on a card, and I shared with the students what mine was, and that's the point of this video. So I have, I've fasted and given up things, and, I'm no longer Catholic, but I still believe in Jesus. I'm a Christian and a born again believer. And so this year I really prayed about it. I'm like, what, I still like to, give something up or fast and all that. Even though I'll eat meat on Friday or whatever, because it's, that's something separate. But, I really felt moved to make it a point to be kinder to myself. And I honestly don't know, like, I know where it came from, but you probably could not ask me to do something harder. I cannot. Like, it's been it's been a full 24 hours. It is so hard for me to be kind to myself. It's so hard for me to speak kindly to myself in my head. It is so easy for me to just immediately be like, oh, well, of course I can't do that. I'm stupid, or, whatever. And actually, while I was setting up for this, I was messing with the mic, and I was like, oh yeah, stupid. Of course you can't do it like that. I immediately had to catch myself like, wait. You're literally about to make a video about what you've given up for Lent and about being kind to yourself. And this is like what you're going to do. And you literally just like broke your promise. And, that was one of the things I also explained to the students, like, we're not perfect and we're going to mess up. But if we mess up, we pick back up and we try better and we do better. And we tell our accountability partners that, hey, we messed up. Like, can you keep an eye on me? So, hey, I messed up. Will you keep an eye on me? But, yeah, it's just really difficult. And I think a lot of it has to do with, obviously like my family origin and trauma and all kinds of things. But in a lot of it, it's just like the way, it's the way I've always been funny, like self-deprecating, and, it's really sad. And I know, like, when I hear other people do it, like even my siblings will be like, oh, I'm the, and I'm like, no, you're not. You're wonderful. You're amazing. Like, how dare you say these things about yourself, But I say these types of things about myself all the time. All the time. Constantly. I'm saying the most horrendous things to myself. And if I heard someone else speaking to someone else the way I speak to myself, I would probably call the police. I'd be like, this person is harassing them. They are just, I can't even tell you exactly what I do, but I would definitely probably kick someone's butt because I'm just nasty to myself. And I don't, like, how am I supposed to be this person who, you know, is going to continue to help people when I think so low of myself? I'm trying to build other people up, and I just think that I'm like a scumbag. So that's what I decided to do for Lent. I didn't want this video to get real long, but you got a short version of the great story The Empty Pot by Demi, which is a beautiful story. The book is beautiful, the artwork in it's beautiful. It's one of my favorites. So if you don't have it, look it up. There's a read along, like a read, what is that called? Like a story time on YouTube if you'd want to see it. But yeah, so I don't know if maybe you're giving something up for Lent. Maybe you've decided to fast or pray or do something different. But you know, I think we should just encourage ourselves. You know, we kind of during the pandemic and right after we were talking about being kind. But I think we really are not kind enough to ourselves. And I'm not talking about treat yourself. I'm talking about just being kind to yourself. You know, not bringing yourself down, not speaking poorly about yourself, and, you know, admitting when you made a mistake and trying to do better. So, that's it for me today. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I think I gained another subscriber. Hopefully they didn't leave. So, like I said, I would love to get to 50. I don't know what I would do live, but I would love to give it a try. Yeah, and thank you so much to everyone who has watched my videos and continues to watch my videos. I know most of you personally, but I really appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to stop it now. That's going to be my new thing. I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to hit the stop. Bye.